We need to draw a close here because Troy, you've got to leave. I want to be respectful of your time. This was too much fun.
I have a blast. I have a blast. There was a question though I want to hit on. I don't know where it went, but somebody had asked about religion. And
yeah. Can I tee it up?
It
why do MLM companies seem to have a religious bend? And Troy, you're faith based and heavily involved in the church. What's your take on that?
Well, I think it's a same. Honestly, it's the same gene that when people are looking for contentment, they're looking for satisfaction, they're looking for an answer. They go to what they see as a stable type of leader, and the majority in the old days. I'm not going to say it's this way today. In the old days, the majority of the leaders came from a middle America grassroots traditional background. You can see that with the Amway, Tupperware, Mary Kay. You get this feel. Now, when you fast forward to today, people love community and they love to follow a charismatic leader. And I believe that with the influx into the community today, not just from a faith-based, because religion can be a variety of things, meaning a variety of things to people, but we see personal development, we see law of attraction, we see new age, we see the old traditional faith-based. These draw communities, but they also draw on that gene that's in a person's mind, because there's a thin line between MLM and a church. Okay, it's all volunteer. You come. If you don't want to come, you can leave, and somebody's going to call you a traitor. Okay, you're going to be a church split. I've seen it.
It requires faith. It requires faith.
Crazy, and you're believing in yourself. You're believing in somebody else. So it's all there. But get this too. There's a fine line between a cult and a legitimate religious organization. So when you literally get down here and you look at the way our base community, what our rank and file is, they're looking for somebody to lead them out of the pain that they're in, whether that's physical, whether that's financial, whether it's mental. I think that's why we have so many women in this space, is because women are nurturers by trade. So they come in and they nurture. But that's why we see this traditionally in MLM. And I'm gonna whoever wrote that question, I'll tell you right now, the majority of the new companies have no spiritual religion in them whatsoever. They have nothing. And on my side, I'm getting more and more cases as an expert witness where people are saying, well, this guy bullied my girl, or this one's sleeping with my downline. There's all kinds of crap because we've no longer got a traditional foundation. It's just a cluster of sex, drugs, and money. And we see it a lot in the younger generation. And I've witnessed it in the events when we're speaking. They don't care about what you're speaking on stage. They care about that social media vibe that they're getting. So, it's a good question, but whoever it is probably with a company that's a very traditional based company. And I'm proud of that. I think anybody should be able to share their faith in any company whatsoever. But I do caution that, because there's going to be people that come into your business. They're not gonna be faith-based like you, and if you're going to allow one group in there, then we're in America. This is an American Constitution. It's going to be hard for you not to allow another group to come in and do whatever they're doing, because that's going to cause you even more problems.
That's an intelligent answer, and I really learned a lot. That was a very nuanced answer. It is a thing, and that makes a lot of sense that it's a gene. There's similarities with powerful personalities and the ability to build a community in the industry. That's
Kevin, look at this too. Even I mean, when you take this and you look at, let's use the high risk investments. If we look at some of the purported names that have been in some of these companies in the past that are influencers, a lot of them, when you look at their personal lives, their personal life is high risk. They love Vegas, or they love extreme sports. I mean, Ellison and Brownson both come to mind in the real, business world. These guys are driven by success, and success will breed risk. But here's something else that I'm studying in this epigenetics type stuff that I'm getting into with people. The same gene that wants us to go out there and thrive and have excitement, when we get into an embarrassing situation, one that we can't get out of, if we have that same gene, you're liable to commit suicide. You see this a lot in the military. Military has no problem driving right in and blowing the snot out of anything, but yet come home and they have that guilt because people are saying baby killer or whatever. And the next thing you know, they're addicted or they're killing themselves. So, you know, it's way beyond what we planned on this conversation. But when that question came up, it's like, I can get into that question real deep because I'm studying the people in our community now to realize who's hurting and who's not, and how can we help these cultures, because regulators will get inside and use that. Critics use it all the time, and I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah. We recently lost a good one. I don't want to say his name, but to that kind of situation. Well, hey, I'm going to end on that. And Troy, I really appreciate you, and I love you, man.
The three of us need to we need to schedule once a month now. This is just what we're going to do and go live on this stuff.
Lots of stuff to talk about. Yeah. Clay, thanks a lot. I'm going to end it, and then we'll let it go. See you guys.